Hi everybody, this is Diane. Thank you all for joining me today in my craft room. I am going to be showing you a haul today. I have some things that were given to me by my daughter-in-law and my friend, and also I have a flea market haul. There's something special, at least it's something I always get excited about when I find it in the flea market haul. But before we get started, I want to say hello and thank you to some of my viewers who always leave me such wonderful comments. There is Sharon H. and Suzanne R. and Dorothy B. Thank you very much, all of you, for watching my videos and for leaving me comments. I really appreciate every single one of you, whether you comment or not. So let's just get started because I have quite a bit to show you between the gifts and the flea market. My daughter-in-law found this at a yard sale this weekend, and she knows I love the little books like this, little Hallmark gift books, little bits of wisdom, and it's just so charming. Illustrated by Thelma Christensen, 1967. Really cute. That was from my daughter-in-law. The rest of these are from my friend Debbie that I have gone on excursions with, and we go to secondhand stores and antique malls and things, and we did have a plan to do some of that on Saturday, but she had something else come up that she had to do, but we did meet for breakfast, and because she wanted to give me these items for my birthday. She goes to her sisters in Florida for a few weeks every year, and then they do a lot of flea shopping down there, and she brought these things home for me. She gave me this card. She wrote the letter and put the letter inside the card so that I could reuse the card. Isn't that beautiful? She bought it at an art fair, and the artists were selling their work, but they also sold them in cards and postcards and things. Beautiful colors there. Alright, so she gave me some vintage greeting cards. This one came apart. This one goes in here somehow. I guess it goes in here. I'm not sure, but it's a Valentine card. And this one is really cute. It's like a tunnel card. Does that give you ideas for junk journals? I recently saw someone make, I think it was Pam Van E, wasn't it? With a sea journal or mermaid journal. And she did some tunnel pages, which were really nice. A cheery get well greeting. Aww. It says from all of her children and Daddy. Must be she's in the hospital because it says she's missed a lot. That's a nice card. She gave me this book, Everything I Need to Know I Learned from a Little Golden Book. This is not a vintage book. 2013, but it is, if you love golden books like I do, this is a great book just to read. And I know some of the YouTubers that I've seen have made journals out of this book. It is really cute. It has illustrations from many of the little golden books. This empty card box, just because it was pretty. I do have a couple, 3 or 4 empty card boxes just because I liked the picture. And this set of patriotic decals, 1968. Very nice. And some wrapping paper. It's got a barcode, but it's probably from the 70s or 80s, maybe 80s. And Ideals, Autumn Ideals. And this is 1987, it looks like, with the Roman numerals. I think I got that right. But we all know the ideals and the beautiful pictures and stories, illustrations, photographs, poems, all that stuff that's in ideals books. This is really old. It's the Amulet Memorial Edition, George Morris Phillips Memorial Edition. That's probably him. I don't know what this is. So it's from a school. So he was the principal of Westchester State Normal School, and he passed away. All that was about him. I guess maybe everything is about him because it's the Memorial Edition. Words from graduating classes. There are no school photos. Yeah, this is all about Dr. Phillips. And advertisements in the back. Those are really cool. I wonder what year this is. (1920). That's pretty old. And then this was a really cool notebook with this cover that flips over like that, like a typing textbook that I've had. Program of Studies, Elizabeth Hope. Her name is on this. It has the class and the classroom and the time of the class. 1911. This is a recipe for something. They used to call them receipts. My grandmother had some recipes that were written as receipts. And I like that it has this thumb hole at the bottom. I think that's really cool. That one's blank. So she also gave me an extra pad, which is this one. Use this in the book as an index sheet to divide off the work in different studies, or as a filler cover, this particular page. Chemistry. Look at her neat writing, 1911. The results of heating sugar. So lots of writing in here. And then this extra book. General history, it says. More writing. I believe it's the same person's. It looks like the same writing. That's really neat, isn't it? So, Debbie, if you're watching this video, thank you so much for the thoughtful gifts that you picked up for me. I'm sure I will get to use them. Now, the flea market. The first thing I found at the flea market today was my favorite thing, so I'm going to save that for last. But I did find some other good things too. As you know, I'm trying to limit what I bring home, so I left behind a lot of things I would have picked up and brought home in the past. But this is a little vintage receipt book, and it's got the date 1900, so we know that it's younger. It's older. Let's see, how do I want to word that? It's earlier than 1910. Let's put it that way. And there's at least 2 missing. This says 1913 here. August 18th. But they're just unused receipts that are really old, and I love them. This is something that's not quite so old. And they are Viewmaster reels. So this one is the oldest. This one I couldn't find the date, but oh, here it is, 1980. And they're not that old, but I like to use reels in my journals. So this is The Muppets Go Hawaiian, and then Snow White is 19... I found the date here, but I don't see it right now. It's from the 80s, I believe. 80s or 90s. Yeah, I did see it when I looked. 1998. And it's got Snow White in the middle. And then the Harry Potter ones are from 2001. I got this stack of items from one vendor. This is a Farmer's Pocket Ledger. Unused, I believe. So it has lots of information and charts, but then it has a place for addresses and a ledger. It was used 1950. Maybe that's not the date. No, that can't be the date. Sometimes, yeah, I was going to say sometimes there are calendars. So this book is from 1947. It's got 6 inches there that you can use. And this cute little piece of ephemera looks like it had some kind of adhesive on the back at one point. I don't know how old it is, but it's a cat with a flocked scarf and hat. This is just a sheet of note paper from the New London Motel. I don't know the year, but I just thought it was really cool. It looks like it was folded up and glued into a scrapbook. There is a kitten postcard. Aren't they cute? I want to pick them up and cuddle them, but they make me sneeze and itch. And a bunch of greeting cards. This one doesn't open, it's just a card, and it's soft. It's for Mother's Day. I just picked out the pretty ones. We had quite a few, but I didn't get them all. It's pretty. I like this stylized one for Christmas. That's just a card also. Oh, it doesn't open. I love this one. And a Christmas card. This one's so beautiful. This one's kind of dirty. We'll take that tape. I like the parchment cards. Got a couple fun Valentines. And I love this Kool-Aid one. It says mailman. This looks like it was cut off of the back of the card, but isn't it pretty? It's a Christmas card. Another year older. Smile, it could be worse. You could look at blank, blank, and Kathy L. I wonder what that means. Two people didn't want to sign their name, but it says Joy over here. It's cute though. This is signed Joy also. There's another Valentine. Oh, it had a sucker stuck to it. She said, "You cannot eat this sucker until your birthday." For your birthday, sister and daughter. Lots of tape. Alright, that was all from one vendor. And then I got this one. Popular Mechanics. I didn't even look at it. It's 1948. It's 1948. But they usually have some fun elements to make ephemera with. What's new for your home? And mechanical pictures and illustrations are fun. And that's pretty old. And I grabbed this. I gave 50 cents for this. It says $1, but he had it on his tarp for $0.25. But I told him I'd give him 50 cents because he always gives me really, really cheap prices. But it's just a bunch of pads with the vintage paper. So I can just use these for, you know, jotting things down, or I can stamp on them and use them in journals. I got this Birds of Pennsylvania book. It was written by a couple from State College, Pennsylvania. And it's got beautiful, some black and whites and some photos. And full color pages, like full pages full of color. They're beautiful. This was a fun one. The Good Old Days, Cooking Up a Storm. Got lots of pictures I can cut out and use. Grandma's Biscuits. Look at that pretty lady picking grapes. Strawberry jelly, strawberry jam. That's pretty cool. Lots of stuff in there. This is something unusual, some calendars that are from 1974, 1975, from West Nesbitt Incorporated feed, it says over on this one. The pictures are the same on both calendars. It's a pocket farm system calendar. It's got pockets, and you can put receipts in there, and then you can use the ledger part. Description, livestock sold, crops sold, dairy product, eggs, poultry, and miscellaneous. And they come out easily. So I think they're really cool. I don't think that I could fold that. I think it would be too fragile, but I could certainly use that page. And it looks older than 1974, but I think it's because of the cheap paper that was used, maybe. Because I would have thought it was from the 1940s by looking at it. But I have two of them. This one has a different color. Yeah, this one's brown and green, and this one's blue and green. So pretty cool, right? And I got this whole box, but I only wanted staples. So he charged me $1 for the box. So it's got these little staples, which I have a little stapler, so it'll be nice to have the little staples, and 2 boxes of the regular swing line staples. And they're vintage. I hope they work okay. Some tape, I might be able to use that if it's not too old. A little stencil that I probably won't use. I don't think there's anything else in here I want. Progress toward ranks. Cub Scouts looks like. I accept Nathan N. as a decent best friend with quite a few spelling errors. Putt putt. That's what the tractor says. Putt putt. Dean and Nathan. How cute. Perfection. Oh, I think it's supposed to be professional. It says perfectional racing team. The spelling is atrocious. What are these? To thine own self be true. Unite, serve, recover. And it's got a VI in the center. God grant me the serenity. Oh, I wonder if this is for AA. Yeah, 3 months. I bet this is for something like AA. There's a little Cub Scout. Probably put their tie through that. A little bowling clip, Boy Scout insignia on it. But I just wanted the staples. I'll have to try them and see if they work. I'm not too old. Okay, here's my special thing. My first find of the day were these. I could tell that there were old patterns in them. I can see the front one and the back one. I have not opened them yet, but all 4 of the patterns that I can see are old. There are 7 patterns in each bag, and I picked them up to continue looking at what was on her table, and she said they were $1 a bag. And I very calmly said, okay, I'll take them. Try not to get too excited about it. But yeah, $1 a bag. So 14 patterns for $2. So let's take a look and see what we have here. Even if I only want those 4 patterns, it's definitely worth it. This looks like it's from the 70s. I remember, I don't know this artist, but I remember this style in the pattern catalogs that I always looked at. 1975. This one, 70s or 80s. Some of them we never find out. Yeah, that's one that doesn't, I think Butterick doesn't have the years. 74. This one's falling apart. Oh, this one's in terrible condition. That's too bad, because I like this girl. She's got tape. It's not, there's no tape there, but it left a stain on her face. Wonder if this is from the 60s. Might be 70s. 71. This one I like. This looks like 60s. 67. I just love the ones that have the illustrations. 74. This was a great find. 68. These are all good patterns except for this one. And that's just because it's too damaged. I would have loved it if it wasn't damaged. Okay, this one definitely looks 70s. $75. $76. $77. This looks like it wasn't even opened. It's very good condition. This is one of the mail order ones. Postmarked in 66, I think. No, that might not be the year. This looks like it's from the 50s, actually. But that's okay, we don't need to look. But I'm going to say that's from the 50s. This one, not crazy about, but I like her. And I like her, so that's okay. It's just because there's a photograph on it, but I do like those parts of it. And it is 1974. Oh, this one's cute. $1973. $1973. So pretty good, right? $2 for all of these vintage patterns from the 70s and 60s. That's a great deal. So that's what I have. Did you have a favorite item from my haul today? This is definitely my favorite, but I liked all the other things also. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you, Debbie, for the wonderful gift. And just thinking about me while you're away on vacation and shopping, it's just very nice to know that you're thinking of me. And her sister is even thinking of me, because after she came home, her sister found some greeting cards, vintage greeting cards, and bought them and sent them to me. I paid her for them. So, yeah, I got friends in Florida. So thank you all for watching, and I hope you're having a creative day today, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.